All right. How are you? Good evening, Jeanette. First one on tonight on a very exciting topic, an exciting Facebook Live we're going to do tonight. It is Tuesday evening, 7 p.m. Mountain Time, and I'm going to give it just a minute or two to let everyone here log in. Super exciting announcement and training tonight. I don't really want to call it an announcement because I think a lot of people know already what I'm going to be talking about, but we're going to be doing a training tonight. You're going to be learning all about our new product that we're going to be rolling out here shortly. So I will jump into the training. First, I'll announce the product. I'm going to jump into the training. And then at the end, so please watch the entire thing because at the end, there is important announcements as far as the launch date, how we're rolling it out, what specials, if any, are we going to offer, things like that. So you've got to watch the whole thing so you can get all of the details on the product at the end and how you can purchase it, when you can purchase it, and things like that. All right? All right, it's only 7:01. Let's give it another couple minutes. Mike, good evening. Thanks for shipping everything out to us here for the regional that we're having this week. I guess I could start with that announcement for those watching. This is it. This is the Salt Lake City Regional event this Saturday at the in Sandy, which is about 25 minutes or so south of Salt Lake Airport. Actually, it might only take 18 minutes or so if there's no traffic. It's at the Hyatt House in Sandy on Monroe Street. Please, please, please show up, be there, get your friends there. This is going to be a wonderful opportunity to meet all of the corporate officers as well as all of the support people there. Our wives are going to be there. Some of our leaders in the Salt Lake area will be there. Tim, how you doing? I know, Tim, you're going to be there. So I'm super excited about this event. We've got quite a few wonderful topics we're going to be talking about there. Not just doing product training and comp plan training, but we're going to be having some great motivational thoughts as well at that event. Saturday is from 11 o'clock on. It'll be roughly 4 hours total. And then Friday night, there's the potluck of my home. And if you have not RSVP'd for that, you need to do that. My wife and I have got to get the food and everything prepped and ready. And some of the items we've got to order no later than like Thursday morning. So, because they need 24 to 48 hours, I guess, to prepare some of the food. So please RSVP no later than Thursday. Now, look, if you happen to forget and you happen to show up, that's fine. We'll find some way to accommodate you. But it is at my home. The address to my home has been posted in all of the group chats. And I'll go ahead and post it again. I'm not going to post it on Facebook. Sorry, I'm not going to put my address out there on the public. You're just going to have to contact corporate if you need my address or join one of our group chats if you are not already a member of one of our group chats. All right, let's get started. So the topic I have tonight, we're going to be doing an in-depth training on a new product rollout, Lift. This is the actual bag that the product is going to be coming in. It's not full right now because I'm not going to fill it with the product until I think it gets filled on Thursday at the manufacturing facility. But I was able to grab one of the bags. So resealable bag. It's got the nice little zip tie. It's going to hold 60 servings. Okay, this is a 60 serving bag. Many of you are familiar with perhaps energy drinks that I formulated in the past where there was only 30 servings and they were actually made for 8-ounce beverages or 8 ounces of water. And yet most of us carry around, where's my flask here? Carry around our, at least 16, some are 32 ounces. This is 32 ounces for me. But most of us carry around like 16-ounce water bottles or something. And so I formulated this product first and foremost to be made per serving is for 16 ounces, not 8 ounces, okay? And it has 60 different strips in it, 60 individual servings. So if you think about that, compared to former energy drinks that I have made in the past, which were only 30 servings for 8 ounces, we're basically quadrupling the amount of energy that you're going to be getting, because it's 60 servings for 16 ounces. So double the quantity, volume of liquid, and double the quantity of servings in the bag. And we're only doing it for 99 bucks. So think about that. 4 times the value. I believe one of the former products I made in the recent past was about 54, plus you had to pay shipping, right? So by the time you landed, it was $66, $67. Now you're getting 4 times value for 99 bucks. I did an energy drink back in 2014 that was also similar, they only did 15 servings on that one for $49.95. And maybe some of you are familiar with that or not. It was an orange flavor, kind of tasted like Tang. But either way, I've made so many improvements to this. So 4 times the value, you guys, for 99 bucks, for not even double the price. Only about a, whatever, 70% increase in price for 4 times the value. But what I'd really like to get into details tonight are the ingredients that I selected for this particular product, because they are highly unique and highly beneficial. And as I go down the benefits of each of the ingredients, you're going to hear a lot of the same things, because one of the things I'd love to teach you guys about compounding, which is what I specialize in, is that sometimes 2 plus 2 can equal 8, or 2 plus 2 can equal 10. And what I mean by that is if you take an ingredient that has some beneficial properties, and then you find another plant or ingredient that has similar properties, when you combine those two, sometimes you get a multiplication in their benefits. We have to check all the time when I'm formulating for contraindications, for things that go against each other. And I see that so often in many dietary supplements out there. So, for example, I've seen products have red ginseng and St. John's wort combined together. And it's like, dude, whoever formulated this has no clue what they're doing, because like St. John's wort is a kind of like relaxant. And ginseng is an energy booster. So it's like they don't work together, right? They contradict each other. So when I'm doing my formulas, I always look for beneficial or supporting ingredients. Some people overuse the word synergy, but it is a decent word, things that work synergistically together. But what I look for is plants that will compound each other. So again, as I read through these ingredients and read through the benefits and read through some of the clinical studies, you're going to notice similarities and then realize or recognize that the compounding effect is going to be there. This drink is going to blow you away. Not only does it taste amazing, again, all natural flavors, and we'll talk about those later. I mean, I'm using super expensive, and what I mean that's like super expensive. The reason why you don't see Lohan Quo out there as a sweetener is because Lohan is like 10 times more expensive than stevia. Stevia is quite common, it's quite popular, and it's getting to be fairly inexpensive. It's still way more expensive than sugar and things like that. But Lohan is like 100 times more expensive than sugar, about 10 times more expensive than stevia. But I've got Lohan in here as a sweetener, and we'll talk about that later. But let's get right to some of the ingredients. I want to start off with a couple of my favorite ingredients that I've been wanting to use for a long time in beverages and in drink mixes. So I'm going to start right off with ashwagandha. Hopefully somebody who's listening knows how to spell that so they can get it in the chat box, but type in ashwagandha in the chat box. Ashwagandha, it's spelled A-S-H-W-A-G-A-N-D-H-A. Most people forget that H after the D at the end. But you'll be able to do some internet searches on ashwagandha, but let me tell you something about it. First of all, it's been used in Ayurvedic medicine for thousands of years. It's been cultivated by humans for thousands of years. In fact, many of the traditional Ayurvedic medicines where ashwagandha has been cited are written in Sanskrit, which is one of the oldest languages, oldest written human languages out there. So literally thousands of years of history, which to me means thousands of years of safety and thousands of years of efficacy behind this. But I will cite some actual clinical studies behind this. But either way, ashwagandha is known as an adaptogen. And I've done trainings on adaptogens before and why they're so important for us to be using on a regular basis. First and foremost, adaptogens mean just that. They adapt to your body's environment and they bring a state of homeostasis to the body. Every doctor out there, their goal is to create a state of homeostasis in the body. And unfortunately, that's become abused in the last 50, 60 years by the pharmaceutical drug companies. But drugs were actually used to bring your body into a state of balance. So for example, if you were low in calcium, a doctor would give you calcium so that it would raise the calcium levels to your body back to what they were supposed to be, back to normal levels. In other words, that state of normalcy or the state of homeostasis. Almost every prescription drug you're given today, hopefully if you have a good doctor, is to adjust some level of your body that was either low or high, like high blood pressure. Hey, let's give you high blood pressure meds to bring your blood pressure down. Low blood pressure, let's give you blood pressure meds to bring it up. They're trying to get that state of homeostasis. The cool thing about adaptogens is adaptogens do that. And they do it on a myriad of systems. For example, blood pressure levels, immune function, cognitive function, blood flow, oxygen levels. These are all things that adaptogens are known to be beneficial for. Ashwagandha is one of the major adaptogenic herbs out there, and it has been used traditionally to, I'm going to start reading these and I'm going to read off some of the clinical studies, but the main thing it's used for in Ayurvedic medicine is to bring your body to a mental state of well-being. Now, I'm going to put that in modern English because that's Ayurvedic use, but basically it helps support stress levels and anxiety levels, and it boosts mood. It's been used often for depression, but there's other studies showing it balances cholesterol levels. It has fat burning properties. It increases muscle strength. In fact, that's a peer-reviewed published clinical study in July of 2021. I can't read all of this. This is really long. It's got lots of technical terms, but I'm just going to say increases muscle strength. The researchers have studied ashwagandha in depth on muscle toning, muscle strength, and fat metabolism levels. In this one particular study of over 400 patients, by the way, they experienced better sleep as well as increase in lean muscle mass. So that's pretty cool. But it supports healthy blood flow, maintains healthy oxygen levels, and supports cognitive function. So that's one ingredient, guys, one ingredient in this amazing product that, and by the way, we're using a clinical dose in this. These are 6-gram sachets, and so we're able to fit quite a bit of these herbs in each individual serving. Let's move on to a second adaptogen plant that I wanted to talk about and add into a product for so long, and that's maca root. I have done trainings on maca before. Many of you have maybe heard me talk about the root of the maca plant. It is another very, very old plant from the other side of the world, Peru. So it's interesting that both of these plants come from these more dry, arid climates that are around the equator. Ashwagandha being from the northern parts of India where it's more dry, and maca being from the higher elevations in Peru where it's also more dry. These plants have really harsh environments that they live in. And because the plant has learned how to adapt and survive in these harsh environments, The plant has wonderful adaptogenic phytochemicals found inside of it that makes it very beneficial for our health. So high up on these Andean plateaus, this plant has also been cultivated for what has been known now for almost 2,000 years. They have, in some of archaeological sites in the Andes, they have found these pots that contain maca root. They've been able to do DNA samples of these maca roots that have carbon dated for over 2,500 years ago. So we know it's been cultivated and used in Peru in the Andes for up to 2,500 years now ago. So, and it's probably a long time before that, but they didn't have great written languages in South America that we know of anyway, pretty much before 1000 or so BC. Anyway, the cool things about maca root, now you're going to hear some similarities to ashwagandha, even though they're totally different plants. But one difference is that maca has been used as a pretty powerful libido and stamina enhancer for mostly women, but recent studies have shown that it works for men too. So for all you women listening out there, you're going to love our new product, Lift, because it contains a plant that actually has been shown to increase libido and stamina. Stamina meaning blood flow and oxygen levels, all right? That's why I love it. For this, we're going to talk so much about how Lift can be used as a pre-workout. In fact, that's my full intention. When I take this product every day, I'm going to be using it as a pre-workout because of its oxygen flow enhancing properties, its stamina increasing properties. But we'll get into that with some other ingredients in there. Maca is also known as a mood enhancer. It boosts dopamine levels in the brain. Maca has been used, by the way, in South America in a lot of rehab clinics and centers to combat depression and to help neurological disorders associated with coming off of addictive drugs. So there's tons of studies on maca for that particular, especially from the University of Brazil. I've seen it in other studies from South America. And I'll quote those, maybe not in this Facebook Live, but we'll get those posted eventually. Yeah, boy, the list goes on and on. Oh, did I say it also supports energy levels? Maca is also a stamina enhancer. I think I did say that. It's a long-term stamina enhancer. So unlike caffeine, caffeine gives you a quick energy boost, right? Holds for about an hour or two, but then begins to drop as your adrenaline drops, your adrenal glands start dropping. Caffeine gives you a good letdown. Maca does not. Maca increases this energy levels for up to 6 to 8 hours. So it's a great product for daily stamina. All right, so that's about the maca. Let's move on. So far we've covered ashwagandha, we've covered maca, our in Lift. Now let's talk about green tea. Green tea is really well known, so I'm not going to focus a lot on green tea because a lot of people use it already. Green tea, as we all know, has also been cultivated and used for thousands of years. So again, that means thousands of years of use, meaning safety, and thousands of years of efficacy. And there are tons, because Japan's been using it for a long time. There's a ton of clinical studies, and I mean good placebo-controlled, double-blind clinical studies on the benefits of green tea. And I'm just going to read bullet points on 9 of the most proven health benefits of green tea. Number 1, it's high in antioxidants. We all know that. Number 2, supports energy levels. It's a cognitive enhancer. It lowers the risk of some cancers. It improves healthy heart function. Something I didn't know that I learned actually when I was preparing for this 3 or 4 days ago, that there are studies showing that green tea, regular consumption of green tea, is healthy for your enamel in your teeth and for dental and oral care. Green tea's been used for weight loss, and green tea also increases longevity, oxygen levels in the blood, and improves stamina. Cool, huh? Now we've had 3 separate herbs that I've talked about improve stamina or support stamina and oxygen levels in the blood. So that's green tea. my papers are stuck together because I got to move on to page number 4. Let's talk about theobromine. Theobromine is an extract from the cacao plant. It's when you consume dark chocolate, like 65% or more dark chocolate, like cacao, you're getting a certain percentage of theobromine, which is the active phytochemical that's found in dark chocolate. A lot of people think that cacao contains caffeine, and that's just not true. It contains a cousin to caffeine, and that cousin is theobromine. Unlike caffeine, like I said, that gives you this quick boost, theobromine gives you a slow or slower energy boost and a longer lasting energy boost. So now we've got maca green tea, which contains natural caffeine, by the way, and theobromine, which is an extract from cacao, that all boost energy levels and increase stamina. But I'm going to read through a bullet point list here of benefits that are clinically proven for theobromine. And my favorite one I'm going to start with is a dopamine enhancer. Now, we've already talked about how maca has been used in clinics in South America to help people, help support them from the neurological effects of drug addiction, right? Coming off of drug addiction. Well, one of those brain disorders, I guess you could say, is a severe decrease in dopamine. Simply because some drugs like methamphetamines, like heroin, like cocaine, boost your dopamine levels, like surge your dopamine levels. And then when that drug leaves your system, your dopamine levels drop again. And so you get these severe mood swings. And yet dopamine is so important. And when you come off of those drugs for good, like you're going through an addiction recovery program, even alcohol, like an Alcoholics Anonymous, if you're, boy, what's the word I'm trying to say here? If you have stopped using these drugs and you do it quickly, your dopamine levels plummet, and it can lead to states of depression. Now, you don't have to be a recovering addict to have low dopamine levels. Stress also causes low dopamine levels. Some people feel that they're overwhelmed sometimes with just over anxiety and stress, and that will affect their dopamine levels over time. Theobromine naturally raises dopamine levels. In fact, it is known as like the happy phytochemical, because it boosts that happy hormone, or that hormone that helps you feel euphoria, joy, and happiness, and that's dopamine. So it's a natural dopamine enhancer. Something, again, new that I learned about theobromine this week in studying this is theobromine is also a natural cough suppressant. So look, by taking Lift every day, it may help like support that scratchiness or itchiness you get in your throat that causes you to cough sometimes. It helps support healthy oxygen levels in the blood. Theobromine also reduces blood pressure. That, by the way, was a randomized placebo-controlled clinical study published in the American Heart Association Journal in November in 2010. And it was, by the way, a very low dose, only 25 milligrams of theobromine. I'm not giving away the formula. I'm just letting you know that we have the clinical dose of theobromine in this product. And get this, theobromine also strengthens tooth enamel. So now we've got two ingredients, green tea and theobromine, that are going to help support healthy dental or healthy oral care, right? Or good for your mouth. All right, let's move on to the next ingredient. We still got quite a few ingredients to cover. Panax ginseng, also known as Korean ginseng. That is another adaptogen. So we've now got 3 different adaptogens in this product. So this is a wonderful adaptogen product. But we've got Panax ginseng or Korean ginseng. It's also well known, so I'm not going to go in depth. But Korean ginseng is also a mood enhancer. It is also a stamina increaser. It also supports healthy oxygen levels. Men have been using Panax ginseng for a long time to boost testosterone levels. I couldn't find any good peer-reviewed studies showing that it supports healthy T levels. And look, that's a topic I'm going to cover another day, potentially another product in the future, because I think it's so important for men and some women to have that. But it has been used traditionally, Panax ginseng has been used traditionally to support healthy T levels, even though I couldn't find any good clinical studies. So I'm not going to cite that one saying that, hey, this is going to work for you in that area. But when it comes to improving blood flow, yes. When it comes to increasing stamina, yes. When it comes to boosting energy, you bet Panax ginseng is right up there at the top of my list. Also, there's been great studies on immune function and immune support of Panax ginseng. So there have been rumors saying it helps your hair grow. I don't know. I'm not a regular user of it, but I will be soon because I'm going to be taking probably 2 or 3 of these packets every day. So, take a photo snapshot of that right now. Let's see if a year from now that thickens. We'll see. I don't know. Anyway, great studies on Panax ginseng. Again, I've also mentioned this. It's been used for thousands of years, all right, in Asia, particularly Korea, Japan, and China. Are big users. Chinese medicine, you see a lot of old recipes, some dating back to over 3,000 years ago, using Panax ginseng in their recipes. All right. Another ingredient I'm going to touch on is I have freeze-dried coconut water. I haven't talked much about the hydrating aspect of Lift simply because you're going to be adding it with water. So obviously you're going to be getting water. But when it comes to the electrolytes, I'm using the natural electrolytes found in coconut water because coconut water is the most similar substance to blood plasma anywhere in the world. In fact, and I might have mentioned this before, back when I was doing a jungle survival training, this was in 1997, I was in East Malaysia, being trained by an Australian Special Forces guy how to survive in the jungle. And we got into wound care and medical care on day 3 and stuff. And he taught us how to use a coconut for an IV because it literally is like the saline solution that they give you in the hospital. It's the best thing out there if you're in the jungle. In fact, in my opinion, it's better than saline because it contains the healthy sugars as well as potassium, calcium, magnesium, all the electrolytes your body needs to maintain healthy hydration. And we've got a good supply of freeze-dried coconut water in the Lift. So when you're pouring that packet into your regular water, just know you're pouring in the electrolytes from coconut water in there too. I also want you guys to think about, I love coconut water. I go and I buy it by the can, and I get these 16-ounce cans, you guys, and they're like $3 a can. I get to stop doing that now. I'm going to be saving over a couple $100 a month because, look, I drink a can of coconut water probably 3 or 4 times a week. So if I look at my monthly budget for my cans of coconut water, I'm probably spending $60, $70 a month just on coconut water, maybe more. My wife does it too, so combined, we're spending $150 a month or so on our coconut water. I get to stop doing that now because I'm getting my coconut water in Lift, all right? Just adding it to regular water because freeze drying just means you need to rehydrate it with regular water. So I'm reconstituting it with my water that I'm putting in, that I'm pouring into the Lift, all right? Now, the last ingredient I want to cover, we've only got a couple minutes left, but this one's going to blow your mind. This has never been used that I've seen in any mood-enhancing, energy-hydrating drink out there, and I am adding N-acetylcysteine, or NAC. Some people know it as NAC, others people know it as NAC, some people know it as N-acetylcysteine. I'm adding that to this product because it does so many of the things that these other herbs that I've talked about do. It helps produce endogenous antioxidants. So we've already talked about green tea being high in antioxidants. Those are exogenous antioxidants that we can internally ingest. But you've got amazing antioxidants inside your body that reduce as we age, like glutathione, like SOD, superoxide dismutase, right? I'm missing some. Why can't I think of others off the top of my head? But anyway, glutathione is one of the most powerful internal antioxidants. We know that. SOD is another powerful internal antioxidant. We can talk about that with another product, Marine One. Rob already did a slight training on that, but phytoplankton is a huge SOD booster. But so is NAC. It also supports cellular detoxification. I get so many questions every day. People asking me, hey, how do I detox from the vax? How do I clean my cells out? How do I, so when you're looking at cellular detoxification, NAC or NAC does that. NAC has been shown to improve upper respiratory conditions. So talk about a pre-workout product that will, when you're breathing heavy, supporting lung function is super important, which again, I'm going to use this as my pre-workout, probably a post-workout to hydrate me too. But NAC and its improvement of lung function is super important for that. It helps support healthy blood glucose levels, blood sugar levels. That's something a lot of us don't think about when it comes to using dietary supplements. And when you're looking at all the crappy energy drinks out there, what are they? They're caffeine and sugar, all right? You're blowing up your adrenals with the caffeine and you're spiking your blood sugar levels with these processed carbohydrates. Well, I'm putting something in our pre and post workout and hydrating product that actually supports healthy blood sugar levels, all right? And then NAC supports healthy heart function. Also super important for your cardiovascular system because, again, I'm looking at a pre and post workout here for me. But anyone else can use it as that, or they can just use it as a daily hydration. That's why it says, by the way, 3-in-1 right on the product, because this is a 3-in-1. It is support mood, right? Supports those healthy, happy hormones to give you a good feeling. Again, man, if you know people that are suffering from depression or that are detoxing from drugs or have mood swings or anxiety, this is the product for you. If you need something for hydration, for your workouts or for your walks or your hikes or your backpacking or your kayaking or whatever it is you do, this is the product for you. And then lastly, if you need an energy boost, please get off those unhealthy energy drinks and get on Lift. I love the name because it's lifting you as far as your emotional level. It's boosting your hydration level. It's supporting your healthy heart and blood flow and oxygen levels. And it's lifting up your energy levels. So lift is such an amazing word. Our marketing team did great work on this. Now, most important, the back supplement facts panel, you're going to see 5 different supplement facts panels. Why? Because we have 5 flavors, you guys. Not 1 flavor, not 2, not 3. 5 unique flavors, and I will read them off for you, all right? We have, hold on, where are they at? It's the Grape Classic, the Citrus Orange, the Kiwi Strawberry, the Peach Mango, and the Berry Blast. I've tried all of them. I love all of them. And that's the dilemma we had, you guys. I'm just going to be upfront and honest with you. This product was a huge investment on Rob's part, okay? Huge investment. It is, well, it's close to the one. It's like right up there as one of the most expensive products we formulated. And it was mostly because as a manufacturing facility, every single flavor is a completely different SKU. So this is basically 5 products in one. And it costs a lot of money because we have what's called minimum order quantities that we have to order for each of these SKUs, all right? So it was a huge financial investment. And one of the dilemmas we had is when we tasted all the flavor samples, nobody could decide what their favorite one was. Okay, it was a huge problem we were having. We're like, man, I don't know which one to pick. Do we just go with one? And I think it was Rob that said, we're going with all 5. These are all amazing. Everybody's going to have different taste buds. We're going to go with all 5. And I was like, how much money have we got in the bank? Are we going to be able to do these? He's like, yeah, we can do it. Don't worry about this. We'll do this. So we got 5 flavors. Now, there's some things that we needed to consider when we produce this product with 5 flavors. So here's where it gets tricky for all of you, okay? We only produced 1,000 units. So I only have 1,000 bags of this with the 5 flavors, all right? Because of the huge financial investment of this product, we needed to know that these flavors were a win for everybody. So there's only 1,000 units. The product will be available for purchase and on our website May 1st. All right, May 1st. Now, those of you who show up to the Salt Lake Regional this Saturday are going to get to try some of those flavors. We will actually have finished product there for you. We're going to have big coolers. You'll get to have little cups. You'll get to try it and love it. But I'm going to be sending out on May 1st a Survey Monkey to all the LifeWise partners. When you get your product in, we want you over the next 5 days, or sooner if you want to go ahead and take 5 in one day, that's great. You might be bouncing off the walls with energy levels and be super happy because of the mood enhancing you're doing and all this stuff. But we want you to fill out that Survey Monkey survey and tell us what your favorite flavors are. And I'm going to have it ordered like, a scale of 1 through 5. If everybody has the same dilemma we have, we're going to continue and I think we're going to do it anyway, but I want to know, we're going to just keep doing 5 flavors on every single packet for you. And it may be to where you might even be able to select the flavors when you place your order, not on this first 1,000, but on our full production, high cost, high volume production run that we do after this first 1,000, once we get all your survey information back. We're going to allow you, when you place an order, to pick and choose which flavors you want put in your packet. Is that cool or what? So if your favorite is Berry Blast, Peach Mango, and Grape Classic, we'll let you do like 20 of each of those. 20, 20, 20 for your 60 servings. We might even let you do all 60 of Peach Mango if that's your favorite flavor. So the introductory supply of 1,000 units will come with a survey to get your favorite flavors. But after that, it does take a couple of months. So I do want to say we have a huge risk of selling out of this product. And most likely we will sell out of it in just 2 or 3 weeks, okay? We're not going to limit any of you on how many you want to buy or things like that. But what we do want from you, we want you to complete the survey. We want you to fill out and share with us your favorite flavors. And then once we get that information, hopefully within just a week or so, because I'm going to shut it off a week after May 1st, we're going to order our full production batch. But we'll be basing our order on the number of units. We're ordering the right number of units based on you guys' surveys. So if everybody says they love Berry Blast, we're going to be ordering a ton of Berry Blast. And if only 10% of you like the Grape Classic, we're going to make a smaller order of the Grape Classic. Either way, we're going to have every flavor in stock for you, but we're going to be basing our large production orders on what your favorite flavors are. So we are being wise in how we order this. I'm not just going to order 100,000 units of every single flavor out there. That would be unwise financially, especially if only 10% of you like one or the other flavors, all right? That's why we're doing this. Rob and I are going to be wise with the LifeWise money, and we're going to be wise in our orders. The last announcement, hold on, I wrote it down here. Yes. we will not be offering the buy 4, get 1 free for this first 1,000 unit batch. When we roll out our big production batch, we will have that on the website. But on May 1st on the website, you'll be able to buy 4 or 5 or 6 if you want, but they're all going to be 99 bucks. All right. There is no buy 4, get 1 free for this first 1,000 units only. Okay. So don't worry about it. You'll be able to enjoy that benefit later, but for the first 1,000 units only, we will not have that because, again, huge financial commitment, ordering only 1,000 units of these. But secondly, we're doing this 1,000 units so that we get your survey, not so that you guys can all stock up on a year's supply of this stuff. All right. All right. That's it for tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed it and love it. I want you to share because this was the product training for Lift. There are so many people out there that have been waiting for this for a long time. And now finally, 1 year after we launch our company, it is here. Actually, it was soft launch. Our official launch was July, so it hasn't even been a year. But since our soft launch, we have the product that everybody's been waiting for. So thanks for your patience. I really did pour my heart and soul into this product because this will probably be my favorite product. I'm going to be taking the one every day, of course. I'm going to be taking Clarity. I'm going to be taking Shield. In fact, today I took 3 Shield. Today I'm on my 2nd Clarity just before we started this Facebook Live here. Restore morning and night. I still do, but this is going to be like 3 a day for me for sure. On the days I work out, it might even be more than that because I drink a lot of water. I fill this baby up a couple times a day. So anyway, thanks for joining me tonight. Have a great evening, and I will see a lot of you Friday night at my home and Saturday at our regional event here. You guys, good evening.